at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, where tonight North High School hosts crosstown rival Sheboygan South. Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Martin. Joining me is the coach, Chris Wright. Chris, in our first game, the Lady Raiders are going to host the Lady Red Wings in what should be an excellent ball game. Both teams come in 3-1, and South off of a tremendous win at Green Bay East, and North a little bit of a downer at De Pere, but they were able to come back a little bit at the end there.
Yeah, I heard a little bit through the grapevine that anything that North did offensively in the first half didn't work. And everything defensively that De Pere wanted to do to stop North, they did that. Now, as you mentioned, the Golden Raiders did bounce back and played very well, especially in the fourth quarter. But by that time, the game was well out of line. Now, De Pere is a highly ranked squad, ranked number 10 in the state. So that was a good test for those Lady Raiders. But you're right, we should have a good ball game tonight.
It always helps, talking about South now, it always helps when you come off a game where you win big, as long as it doesn't make you overconfident. But it certainly is nice to come off a win and then have to play a big rivalry game like this. And South has been playing better the last couple of years. Tyler Thomas has them going in the right direction.
Well, there's no question. The only question, I guess, is this the year or is next year the year? Because this is a roster full of juniors. A lot of these girls played as freshmen. The question is, are they stepping up to be in the upper half or, compete for a conference this year, or is it next year? And this will be a good test because it's a very senior-laden North squad.
North has got some good leadership. Morgan Parise is probably their best player. She's a senior, and Maddie Bauer also doing a great job. Lizzie Free, a senior. And those are the kind of kids you like coming back. Sometimes you have junior players that aren't very good, and you say, yeah, we got them as seniors next year, but maybe that isn't so good. But definitely not the case with the North girls. They've got some talent out there.
Right, and there's no question that, for Sheboygan North, it's the flip side. This is supposed to be the year. These girls played as young girls up on the varsity. Now they're seniors. This is the year that, hey, we're thinking conference championship, thinking a run to state. So these girls, this is what they've been waiting for, and, this is when it comes up. Now, it didn't work so well against De Pere, and they'll get another shot at them here, but this is what they've been playing for since they were younger. It's kind of like just the opposite of South.
All right, we're going to step out for just a second and listen to the national anthem, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand. Remove your hats. Place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem.
Jeff Parks and the North High Pep Band giving us that rendition of the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to tonight's varsity contest between the Sheboygan South Red Wings, coached by Tyler Thomas, and the Sheboygan North High Lady Raiders, coached by Susie Runnis. Here's your starting lineups. First, for the Sheboygan South Red Wing. At guard, a junior, number 10, Molly Burkhardt. At guard, a senior, number 11, Emily Schaefer. At guard, a junior, number 14, Kimberly Wyman. At forward, a junior, number 22, Kara Selk. At forward, a sophomore, number 23, Rachel Van Sluis. And now here's your starting lineup for the Sheboygan North High Lady Raiders, coached by Susie Runnes. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 20, Lizzie Free. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 24, Lauren Salzbrenner. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 32, Maddie Bauer. At forward, a 5'9" senior, number 34, Megan Bellinger. At forward, a 5'11" senior, number 52, Morgan Paris.
All right, Bill Horsch
Your
announced
officials for
number
tonight,
34.
assigned by the Fox River Classic Conference, are John Lloyd and John Bester.
Megan Bellinger, number 34. It should have been number 44, I believe. CJ Usedall sometimes goes by Courtney. Officials for tonight's ball game from the Fond du Lac area are John Lloyd and John Bester, and that information was provided to us by former security guy here, Jim Lair. She's now working the table. You can see the back of him in the striped shirt right in about the middle. And to his right is Bill Wagner. And I forgot to bring Bill his old-timers card for about the 4th time already this year.
Very excited to see what we're gonna get. As I said in the beginning, Marty, both teams trying to make that step towards the upper half of the league.
South controlling the tap, North in a man-to-man defense. Good help defense by the Lady Raiders. South trying to get it inside. Ball tipped out of bounds by Lizzie Free, one of the famous Frees from Sheboygan. Their dad, Billy, was a fine player here at North. And Nolan was leading scorer in the state, I believe, his senior year.
Yep.
He could fill it up. Long three-point attempt is up and good by Emily Schaefer.
What'd you say about filling it up?
Really?
And South coming into some type of press here right away. Just what Sheboygan North will probably do the same thing.
Free has it on top. Use it all on the wing. South also in a man-to-man defense. Three-point attempt is off by Paris. And coming away with the rebound was Wyman. South working the press breaker real nice that time. Shot in the lane is no good by Van Sluis. And then we get a whistle. North will take it out of bounds. Boy, Van Sluis had a nice look right in the middle of the lane. Got to get those shots to go.
Well, what you want to do, Marty, in these big ball games is get off to a good start. Sometimes nerves come in and everything. There's a lot of contact there.
Yeah, not a good job by North coming to the ball. Free finally decided to come to the ball, but she was double teamed, and Paris had no choice but to throw it or get a 5-second count. Good job by South, not so good by North.
That's good scouting again.
Well, they saw an opening on the lob pass, but a little bit too far, and tipped out of bounds. South will retain possession. We're here at North High School, the Cutie Fieldhouse. Eric Wiesman doing the camera work. Richard Bartson assisting tonight. Nice to have those guys along.
Well, I'll tell you, Marty, I remember the days at the Armory when it was like 100 degrees in there. Well, it feels like 100 degrees in here already. And the place ain't even full yet.
No, you're right. Going to the line to shoot 2 will be Kara Selk. She was fouled by Morgan Parise.
Selk coming in about 6.5 points a game. One of the juniors we talked about, Emily Schaefer, the senior, leads South in scoring, but then it goes sophomore, junior, 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 sophomore. So as we said, these girls have played a couple years now on the varsity. This is when they really want things to pay off for them.
Well, that's one of the good things about having a young squad that you can keep together year after year. You know, they may only be juniors, but they've got a couple of years of experience. Second free throw is missed, and then we get a tie-up. Kimberly Wyman doing a good job on the offensive board. 4-0 South, 6:21 remaining in the first quarter. North has spent a lot of time on the defensive end. South doing a great job.
Time of possession, yeah, definitely favors the team in red.
Free on the good help defense, and then it goes off the foot of Van Sluis, and North will get it, and South setting up the press again. Parise from outside the line. Again, she couldn't get it to go. She had a couple of good looks, and North did a good job of breaking the press, but South comes away with the rebound.
Missed travel there on Van Sluis.
Turnaround shot is no good by Wyman. Maddie Bauer going hard to the hoop. Had her shot blocked, but they call a foul on Van Sluis. That'll be her first.
Foul on each of them. 5:45 in the first. 4-0 South. Well, Morgan Parise, we saw her take a couple of threes. I think she had like 5 or 6 of them in a game earlier this year. North is 3-1, like Marty mentioned, but they've played some good squads. 3 of the 4 teams that they've played have been ranked or are ranked. Pewaukee, they went down and beat them. Oostburg, of course, ranked. And their other win was against West Bend West, Marty.
Finally, North is on the board. It's 4-1 South. A ball tapped away. Free comes away with it. Use it all. Spin move. Oh, that looked pretty sweet, huh, Chris? But you couldn't get it in.
Don't see that on Fridays.
Not unless your name is Brian Thomas.
Teacher at Urban.
He's a gunner. He never passes me the ball.
Because he's on the other team.
Hey, we were together the other night. Parise has it on top. North trailing 4-1. South playing very good so far.
Not a good place to give up your dribble there.
Drive to the hoop. The shot is off. No good by Salzbrenner. Salzbrenner picks up the foul.
Trouble getting it in. I tell you, South's doing a great job on the offensive end. Don't let the press be your downfall.
Long cross-court pass is good, but dangerous by Selk. And then good defense played by Salzbrenner. Her layup attempt is no good, and South comes away with it, and they might have a semi-break here. Blocking foul is called, and the basket is good by Wyman. She took it hard to the hoop and put it up and in.
Oh, they're not going to count that? Basket's good or basket's not good? Yes, it is good. 6-1 South.
Wyman got it out on the break. South did a good job of kicking the ball up the court, and Wyman took it hard to the hoop. Free throw's no good with 4:45 remaining in the first. South on top, 6-1.
North 0 for their first 5.
Free to the hoop and scores. Six to 3 South. Well, they had a back cut, but nobody saw the cutter, Van Sluis. Oh, nice drive to the hoop. Molly Burkhart with the basket. 8-3.
Her first basket.
And we got a foul on the way to the hoop.
Bauer going to be shooting again, Marty. Or, excuse me, Usadell.
Foul goes on Wyman.
Maybe, Marty, it's the gym.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because we were here the other night, and the North boys had a heck of a time making free throws.
The other time we were here, too. Maybe it's the rims. Check the height.
Pure on that one. 8-4 South. North applying full court pressure.
Good job of Burkhart getting in the middle of the court, but now what?
Timeout called by Tyler Thomas to avoid the 10-second violation. 3:52 remaining in the first quarter. South on top, 8-4.
Not the kind of timeouts you want to take when you can't break presses. You only get 5. You know, when you're Coach Runnis, that's exactly what you want. Hey, we're making them call timeout because they can't even, break our press. So that's a big advantage for North.
One way in which the girls' game is a little different than the boys' game, Chris, is both teams are sending one girl deep to the other side of the court. Well, the girl taking it out of bounds, I don't think it would matter from either team, cannot take the ball and throw it 3/4 of the court with any...
Unless you're Morgan Parise.
Think she could?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's... Oh, yeah.
South having a whale of a time, and that's a double dribble, actually, called on Schaefer.
For those of you watching at home, good idea by her to go and split that double team. That's the right way you're coached. She just took too many steps before she put it on the floor, but that was a good idea, is to split that and try to go through that double team.
34 Bellinger in the game for North. Bauer had it on the wing, cross-court pass to Bellinger. She lays it up off the glass too hard and missed it, and then we get a foul on North.
North just 1 of 7 now.
Bellinger picks up the foul. That's the 4th team foul on North. 4 different players with 1.
South at 50%, 3 for 6. Their problem has been turnovers. 4 already. 5 already.
10-second violation.
You know, South is just dominating the ball game on their half of the floor. They're making all the baskets, and they can't break the press. I mean, it's just letting North going to come right back.
One thing that could hurt North, though, is if they are unable to score baskets so they can set up their press. Kick out to Free. Her 3-point attempt is no good. Scramble for the ball. North actually got it, but threw it out of bounds. A lot of action underneath. North not scoring much. South playing really good defense. Now they got to do it on offense. Easy time breaking the press.
They need to do that all the time, but you went into a bad spot.
Double team. Schaefer is tied up. North has the possession arrow their way, so they'll get it. Erica Trum coming in for the Lady Red Wings. And Van Sluis coming back in.
We're at 2:53, and that's, what, 5 turnovers now, Marty?
Too many.
Ouch.
Free did a good move there, Chris, to move into her defender and then break back to get the inbounds pass. And a slap. That foul is going to be called on Kara Selk. Still 8-4, South on top. Chris mentioned the clock winding down pretty slow here. We're at 2:45 left now. Use It All fires it up from three-point land, couldn't get it in, and then tips it out of bounds. Looked like she was pretty close to committing an over-the-back foul, Chris.
Well, I think she was hoping it hit off the bank and go in, and because she knew it was off target.
Getting the inbounds is Selk. She's being pressured by Use It All. South breaks the press that time.
You got to keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
You're right. They're getting trapped on the sidelines. It's the second time now. Last time was on the other side. I think they're going to get Bellinger underneath. I thought she was playing pretty good post defense. Official saw something that we didn't see up here, Chris. He did.
Her second foul, Marty, and Morgan Parise back in the game.
5 team fouls on North. Looks like South will be shooting a lot of free throws in this first half. A good little move on a jump shot, and Van Sluis gets a nice roll, nice bounce, I should say.
Seems
like
it in forever since South's had a. Oh, easily broke the press there, Marty.
Use It All for an easy 2. She has 3.
I was just saying, it seems like forever since South was in a half-court offense where they got a shot up.
10-6.
Another bad spot.
And stolen away by Parise. Long three-point attempt is off. You could see from here it wasn't going to go in for Salzbrenner. And then we get a shot, a steal by North, and a basket by Use It All, and she's fouled.
Boy, she's working in there.
Selk picks up the foul for Kara. That's her second. Use It All was at the line earlier, Chris, and missed her attempt, 1 of 2. So she's got 1 out of 2 attempts. And rims off, 1 out of 3 free throws. It's 10-8. Foul goes on Bauer.
Well, fouls mounting on North. That's number 6. It'll be bonus time next time.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning before. Before you know it, we'll be in marching to the free throw line.
Erin Maletsky in the game, number 22 for North.
I think that's her first appearance.
Yep.
Wyman trying to go to the basket. Good defense by Parise. Rachel Smith has it on top, looking inside. Whoa! Swing of the elbow by Feld. Caught Parise in the head. And Use It All tears it away. But they're going to call a jump. And with the stoppage of action, Chris Lenz is on the floor to check the North player. Well, she bounces up. I don't think she's bleeding, which is a good thing. But she is going to the end of the bench to get a closer look. Natalie Kukla coming in for North. Boy, she took that was a good shot.
Yeah. And the officials didn't see it.
Wyman playing tough inside. 2 players from North run at the shooter, Smith, and she couldn't get it to go. And then we get a foul on Van Sluis, and I'll tell you, South is not backing down, Chris.
Nope. Like I said, this is most of these girls have been playing since they've been freshmen, and most of them are just juniors.
There you see Wyman on the, or pardon me, Parise on the bottom of your screen with an ice pack by her right eye. Salzbrenner bringing it up. South is pulled off the press. Chris, you think that's a product of the fouling?
Well, North had some pretty easy baskets, so.
Free actually had a player open underneath the basket and missed her, but found the gal with the camera over on the sideline.
Yep. And 1 minute now in the quarter. It's been a long quarter.
Very long. South still on top.
And another turnover.
10-8. And another turnover. You're right. That's got to be at least 8, don't you think?
How about 8?
I thought it was close. Salzbrenner has it on the wing. South continuing in the man-to-man defense. Salzbrenner going hard to the hoop. She gets hammered on the arm, no call. Loading it up from the outside and not getting it in was Maletsky, and South comes away with the rebound. Well, the North pressure is definitely causing problems. Drive to the hoop, and the shot is no good by Burkhart, but Usadol is going to pick up the foul. How surprising is that?
7.5 minutes, 10 turnovers, and 12 fouls. And it's 10-8.
And the free throw shooting isn't very good.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 of 9 from between the two teams.
There's just no flow, Marty.
No, exactly. You're right. Oh, going right over the top of the North player was Lauren File, and the ball goes off her hands out of bounds. North will get it. .25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Free has it on top, being guarded by Rachel Smith. Free going hard to the hoop, uses her body well to get the shot off, and she is fouled. She'll be shooting 2.
Thought she almost traveled there before.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm talking like her old man. Smith committing the foul, her first.
Free comes in at 8 points a game.
North has pretty good balance, Chris, with their scoring anyway.
Yeah. Size is the issue for North. Just don't have any 6-footers.
Free puts in a pair. We're all tied at 10 with 16.4 seconds remaining. And a steal. Free to the hoop. She got fouled on the way, no call. Salzbrenner comes out with it, and then she double dribble. That was a good call.
Well, Lizzie Free's got to make that layup.
Yeah.
Don't have that turnover.
6.9 seconds remaining in the first. Whoa. North will have it back with 1.8 seconds remaining. Maletsky is going to trigger the inbounds. Salzbrenner, couple of dribbles, shot at the buzzer is off, no good, and we're at the end of 1 quarter play with North and South tied at 10. Back at South High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, getting ready to start second quarter action. North High's Acuity Fieldhouse. South held the lead most of the first quarter. It wasn't until the very end, within the last 10 seconds or so, that Lizzie Free canned a couple of free throws to tie it at 10. Paris still out of the ball game, Chris. She got hit in the head, as you know. Usadol shot no good, got her own rebound, forces it up, couldn't get that to go, and South comes away with the rebound. Lauren File on the board.
North struggling from the field, Marty, 3 of 17 now. South struggling with turnovers, that's number 11.
Cammie Feld had that ball go through her hands, and she's immediately going to sit down next to Mr. Thomas. Wyman also coming in.
South 4 of 9 shooting. Neither team's made a 3.
Yes, sir. First shot of the game was good.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Steal, layup by Burkhardt is good. South back on top, 12-10. Burkhardt has 4 points. Use it all. Bringing it up very nicely that time. Salzbrenner kicks it out. 3-point attempt is no good by a Maletsky. And then Use it all, fighting hard for the rebound, gets tied up, but good hustle.
Usadell's third rebound, 3 offensive. You're right about that 3, Marty. Yeah, Morgan Paris back in.
That
She's
first
tough.
3-pointer, by the way, was by Emily Schaefer, Chris.
Yep, you're right. Yep.
It's not very often I'm right, but Maletsky on a good read of the pass,
No.
intercepted.
Yep. Another turnover.
Free, hard off the backboard. Oh, man, not even close. And then Kukla committing the foul. And that was it. They will be shooting free throws now. Heading to the line for South is Emily Schaefer.
Well, the shooting woes continue in the first half, just like against the Pier the other night. North just 3 of 19. Hey, I made free throw.
Second one for South. They are so far in the ball game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 for 6. Not good enough. It's now 14-10 South. Quick start to the second quarter. They had a quick start to the first quarter too. Pick it out, use it all, loads it up from 3-point land and couldn't get it to go. Her follow tips it to her teammate. Paris from outside the line. She can't get it to go. Free gets the rebound and gives it off to Usadell.
Second chances for North. See if the Lady Raiders can take advantage.
Usadell steps back, another step, he shoots it but couldn't get it in, and then Paris gets knocked to the floor. I think they're going to get Molly Burkhardt, number 10. They do.
And now both teams end the bonus. 8 fouls on North, 7 on South. 6 minutes left. 14-10, the South side.
North is 4 for 7 so far. Paris's free throw is no good. Oh. Wanting it inside was foul, but teammates didn't see her. And then
wow.
Looked like...
that's bad.
Yeah, it looked like Paris definitely pushed her.
Yeah, just buried Smith there.
But she wasn't trying to. It was just an accident.
Well, then give the ball back to South at least. I mean, come on. There's that long arm strength by Paris. Oh.
Shoot it, Salt. Oh, you had it. Give it up to Free. Short arm that shot. Couldn't get it in. And then a good fight underneath between Schaefer and Kukla, and we get a whistle. Tie up gives the ball to North. Oh, another turnover.
That's just the 5th on North, Marty.
Connor Digopolski's in the ball game. She goes as number 10. Schaefer being guarded by Connor.
Connor just a junior. Number 10, like Marty said.
Good lob inside, and not being able to get it in was File, and it was a great pass. She's got to get that in there.
And again, a bunny shot for South doesn't go in. They've had quite a few of those.
5:20 remaining until halftime. It's 14-10 South. They scored 4 quick points here in the second quarter, and North has not been able to respond. Paris fighting for the ball, and they call a tie-up situation. South will get it.
I will say this, despite the fact that there's 15 fouls, they are letting them play. It's very physical.
You're right, and I mentioned it earlier in the first quarter. South is not backing down. They are playing very hard. Good catch by Kim Hutz on the sideline.
Well, Kim Shelby now, but yep, Kim Hutz, very good basketball player at South. Played at Xavier, I believe.
Yeah, she was good. Played at South, coaching at North. In some circles, they call that being a traitor.
Up in Sheboygan.
That's what my son's friends called me, a traitor, when I was coaching at South. I helped 1 year with Pete Peterson.
Yep.
Maddie Bauer, good balance. Keep from traveling. Whoa, the tackle is going to be called. They're not letting them play that much.
Yeah, Rachel Smith has to get over there a little bit quicker. It's going to be her second if they do call it on Smith. They do.
North looking for their first points of the second quarter. They trail at 14-10. 14-11 now.
Well, they're 3 of 24 shooting, Marty.
Ooh, not going to win many ball games with that kind of accuracy.
And like I said, they're only down by 3.
And that doesn't bode well for South.
No.
A little late on the help. Was free, but coming away with the rebound was Schaefer. And South comes away with another offensive rebound. 3-point attempt is no good. On the shot attempt for the South side was Cheyenne Welsh. Van Sluis back in, Welsh checking out.
South 5 of 15 now from the floor. You wonder why there's such a difference in shot attempts. It's basically been turnovers by South.
Oh, another turnover by North. And they're starting to catch up, Chris. North is on the turnovers side.
Yeah, they have 6.
And what does South have?
13.
Whoa. They got some work to do.
Yep, halfway through the second quarter, Marty. 4 minutes.
That's a lot of turnovers. Good inside feed. Van Sluis off the glass and in.
Well, we've been talking about them not finishing, Marty, but she did a nice job there. Took her time. Nice off the backboard and in.
16-11. Well, right to the defense. Smith taking it hard to the hoop. Her shot is no good, and she's fouled by Kukla. South is overplaying a lot, forcing North to do back cuts, and North hasn't responded to that.
Talked about North's record. South also 3-1. They've beaten Kettle Moraine by 4. Plymouth. Their only loss on the year was to Manitowoc, 54-43, and then the other day they just clocked East.
62-27, is that right?
62-27.
It was by a lot. Oh, another turnover. by Kukla, and then she fouls again. Going to the line for South is Selk, and North is playing terrible offense, Chris.
And Coach Runnis calls timeout. She has seen enough.
Well, we talked about South, and you mentioned it, 13 turnovers by the Southsiders, but I'll tell you, North is as bad as South played in the first quarter. North is doing it here in the second.
Yeah, they're just not getting it together.
Seven. There's 3:27 remaining until halftime. South on top 16-11. They'll have an opportunity to expand on that lead. Heading to the free throw line will be Kara Selk. And she'll be shooting two. It's a super bonus now for the South side. South has 8 team fouls. South could really be putting up a big lead if they were making their free throws.
I was just thinking that myself, Marty.
Selk so far in the game is 2 for 3. 18-11, largest lead for the Lady Red Wings. Maddie Bauer has it on the wing. Van Sluis guarding Paris. That's a good matchup. Salzbrenner, 10-footer in the lane, couldn't get it to go, and again, North missing a shot. Smith from the wing, couldn't get it to go, but South comes away with it. We're going to get a double dribble on Schaefer. North is just getting out-hustled, Chris.
I was just thinking that. I was counting up offensive rebounds. That's number 5. But
that seems low to me.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it seems like they're getting a lot of chances.
Coming into the season, one of the concerns for Coach Runnis was the shooting of her girls, and boy, they're proving it to be a problem tonight so far. Nice back cut that time by Salzbrenner. She did get the pass and the shot, but she got fouled. Picking up the foul was Wyman, and that's her second.
Well, as I mentioned in the opening, very senior-oriented squad here, North. And just because you're seniors and you have North on your jersey doesn't automatically mean it's just going to happen. And South tonight is coming out and playing in their house.
18-13. Well, one of the things that the misses really hurt North is they're not able to set up their press.
Correct.
Shot no good. Rebound, shot rolls off. Great effort by Wyman on the first and second shot, but North comes away. Use it all on the spin move. High off the glass, no good. 2:10 left. And Free knocked it out of bounds. South will keep it. It's 18-13, 2:08 left in the first half.
Kimberly Wyman already has 8 rebounds for South. Holy cow, with 2 minutes in the first half.
Van Sluis looking inside, and her pass is picked off by Salzbrenner. Paris loads it up from three-point land. A rainbow is no good. Free from 12, no good. Use it all, fell down going for the rebound, and South has it. 1:30 remaining until halftime, 18-13, South on top.
Oh boy.
South came out scoring the first 4 points of the quarter to make it 14-10, and they've held the lead ever since. And they held the lead most of the first quarter before a couple of free throws by Free tied it up. Salzbrenner on the wing, skip pass to Use It All. She decides not to crank it up there. Oop. Just a bit of a shove that time by Selk. She'll commit her third foul, Chris.
Ouch. Aye. When you got a lead, I don't know if I want her with 2 fouls out on the floor. Looks like Coach Thomas wanted to get her out of the game, but it was
too late
now.
Yeah, Salzbrenner hit 2 just before and couldn't get that one in. She'll get one more attempt.
Oh. Saw Riley Tudis in the house.
Yep. Hey, you know who I saw the other day over at Jackson? Grady Callahan. He's going to Carroll College.
Yep.
Said he's going for elementary ed, and he was doing a little bit of helping over on in some of the classes over at Jackson. It's nice to see him and have a little chat.
Playing a little baseball?
He's playing baseball. I think it's a 12-month-a-year job. South not able to get it in, so Schaefer calls a timeout.
I don't mean to overemphasize this, Marty. It seems we keep just beating a dead horse, but 4-point lead for South. As much as they've dominated the basketball game and all, the offensive woes for Sheboygan North, they're only down by 4 points.
In action earlier this week, actually, on Thursday, Allison Cromarnie's freshman girls from North defeated South. And in action earlier today, the JV team from North, coached by Jeff Wigdahl, defeated South. Keith Conway. Jeff is near the end of the bench for North. He's a freshman coach, along with Allison. But South is looking to get a win in this first series of games. So far, North leads at 2-0 in games.
North hasn't made a basket in the quarter, Marty, and they're only down by 4.
It's a good thing they did pretty good on their free throws.
Yep. 1 minute left in the first half.
Burkhardt has it, being pressured. Her pass is intercepted. Nice bounce pass to Use It All, who puts it up and in.
That breaks that spell.
Well, Paris didn't get the ball, but it was stolen away by Salzbrenner. She's trying to run the break. Gets it over to Free. And South gets back on the half-court defense. Paris from 10. She's had a tough first half, Chris. Rolling down to the 30-second mark. It's 18-16 South.
Yeah, Paris.
That's loose to the hoop and scores.
I'm going to say Paris 0 for 6. Sorry about that, Marty.
Hey, that's quite all right. Under 20, Free has it on top. South playing man-to-man defense the whole half.
8, 6.
Paris turnaround, she's hammered on a shot, no call, and that's the half. After one half of basketball, it's South 20, North 16.
Local government, local educational institutions, and local community members all use cable access TV to communicate their message. They depend upon it as an affordable means of outreach. Public educational and government access television empowers local government agencies, individuals, and groups to use the media to speak directly to their constituents in a more direct and cost-effective way. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local PEG channels.
Please give a warm welcome to your North High varsity dance team.
So I woke up this morning and as I start yawning at milk pouring into my bowl, then I thought to myself, that I need to take a trip to the grocery store, cause the bread is low, and the chicken I was eating with the mashed potatoes need a little bit of glow.
Oh no, we don't play with silly girls. All I know is the material girls. Give me the money, the cars, the caseloads, the money, the yen and the pesos, the money, the money, the money, yen and the pesos, the money, the money, yen and the pesos. PB, who's People Bryson? 2 years ago I renewed my license. Anyway, why'd I start my verse like that? You can suck on you can suck on No, I don't endorse that. Pause that, abort that. Hey, what can I say? Day to day. Coming through the club, all the girls in the back of me. This ain't football, why the they tryna tackle me? Really? I peeped dude at the bar like Billy, looking like he wanted good time like Billy. Said he got a friend from my homegirl Lily. I hear the mumbling, I hear the cackling, I got him scared, shook, panicking. Overseas, church, Vatican, you gotta stand still, mannequin. You wanna sleep on me? Overnight, I'm the boss, overright. And when I pull up, Rome, motorbike. Now all my get bucked, overbite.
North High varsity dance team.
Every day, thousands of community and school groups, volunteer and government producers, technical staff and residents reach out to your community through one of the most powerful communication tools available, cable TV. PEG Access produces more new local programming each week than all the programming produced by NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, and PBS combined. PEG Access channels provide communities with a diverse, independent, and local voice. Thank you for watching and for your continued support of public, education, and government access television.
Getting ready to wrap up halftime here at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse. Some first half scoring. First for Sheboygan South, who lead at halftime 20-16. They were led by Rachel Van Sluis, who had 6. Emily Schaefer 5, Molly Burkhart 4, Kara Selk 3, and Kimberly Wyman 2. For North, they were led by sophomore CJ Usadal. She had 7. She leads all scores. Lizzie Free had 4. And there you see Morgan Paris, and she definitely has a good-looking mouse underneath that right eye. Oh, man. And like Richard said at halftime, you would think that a headache's going to go along with that Canucks. Laura Salzbrenner has 3. All of those being scored late in the first half, and Maddie Bauer with 2, and those were North's 16. Halftime free throw shooting, South was 5 for 11, 45%. North was 8 for 14, 57%. Neither one of those percentages is good enough. They need to do better in that regard.
You want to talk percentages, Marty? I'll give you some.
The free throw shooting was better than the field goal shooting, I think.
North, 4 of 30 from the floor. South 7 of 20. For North to be down by 4 points, shooting 4 for 30, they are very, very lucky.
Salzbrenner with a nice pass, but Free was not ready for it. Usadal to the lane and to the basket, and she scores.
Usadal.
(20-18). Well, the best part about starting the second half, Chris, nobody has any fouls yet. A good move by Schaefer to get open. She's got it under pressure by Maddie Bauer. Lizzie Free coming over to apply the double team. And Schaefer going backwards.
Oh,
my. Apparently Tyler Thomas got the timeout prior to the ball being stolen, which I could see happening because as he sees Schaefer backing up, I'm going to call it timeout.
South.
So good timeout usage that time by Tyler Thomas.
It's not good when there's two steps with the basketball with a white jersey, though. It looks pretty bad. And another timeout because you can't break the press. And you thought maybe at halftime, hey, let's figure this out. This is what we got to do. This is where we got to be. Within 40 seconds, you can't break the press.
Susie Runnis asking, what in the world are you doing over there? And he said, well, he called it in time, Coach. 20-18, South on top. North actually got the first points of a quarter here in the third, and it was stolen away. Maddie Bauer trying to pass it. She does, but it was kicked by South. North will keep it. Great shot by Eric Wiesman to allow us to see Morgan Parise's eye. She really took a whack. Free looking inside. Both teams continuing in the man-to-man defense, and good back cut, but good hands that time by Schaefer to knock it away from Usedall. Usedall loads it up from three-point land. Her shot is no good, but we do get a whistle, and the foul was on Usedall on the shot. She will be shooting 3 free throws.
Foul called on Kimberly Wyman, her third.
I don't know if you could hear Bill Horsch on the PA, but he said 3 fouls on Wyman. That's got to hurt.
Well, first of all, you don't want to pick up your third fouls. You're too valuable to the team. The second thing, you fouled her from 400 feet from the basket. And they haven't made any from out there.
Usedall with that first made free throw runs her scoring total up to 10. She missed the second one, obviously has a chance to tie it up. She can put this one in.
I was just going to say, Selk and Wyman both with foul trouble, Marty.
Yeah,
not what Coach Thomas wants to start the third quarter here.
Well, the depth of the team is definitely going to be tested. We're all tied at 20. North again applying the press. Almost steal by Free, and now South has numbers and a travel called on South. Lauren File, she couldn't gather it in. How many turnovers this half? 2 by South.
2-0 in the game.
We've seen this in other years, Chris, where North's pressure tends to get to you. Usedall fouled on the way to the basket. And I think they're going to give her 2 shots, Chris.
I don't know about that one.
That's what the fans in front of us are yelling. Van Sluis with 3 fouls too, Chris.
I think she wanted to take another dribble and then try to get it up, but she couldn't. And just like that, the lead is gone for Sheboygan South.
It's been a 5-point run to start the second half. And 3 of those points are from the free throw line, and all by Usedall. Parise comes away with the long rebound. Kick out to Parise. She hasn't hit anything yet, and she still hasn't hit anything. And we get a travel call on South's Molly Burkhart. And the turnovers are piling up again here in the third quarter, just like they did in the first. Smith checking out. North up 21-20. I didn't see who made that. Usedall with another one. It's been all Usedall in the third quarter. Steal by North. Salzbrenner to the hole. Shot is good.
You know what? You have no timeouts to stop the run because you've had to waste them because you can't break the press. And now North is just getting away. 25-20, North on top. It's been all Usedall here in the third.
She has 14 points in the game.
Yeah, she's 5 of 12 from the floor, Marty.
Almost a shuffle of the feet there. 3-point attempt is no good by Burkhart, and then it goes out of bounds off of South.
4 turnovers for South in the first 2.5 minutes here.
Van Sluis applying solo pressure.
North 3 of 4 from the floor now.
Good cover-up defense that time by the Southsiders. Paris left open, rims out. Scramble on the floor, and we get a tie-up. South will get it out.
Good decision. You got to get Kimberly back in the game. You can't let it get away.
Wyman comes in with 3 fouls. We're 5:09 left in the third, but you're right, Chris.
Can't wait. You got to crawl back in there.
Paris had a chance to come up on that long pass, but decided not to. And then good tie-up that time by Lizzie Free. North will get it right back.
Oh, boy.
Van Sluis applying single pressure, and the rest of the team is going to pick up at half court. It looks like a 1-3-1, Chris.
But they're not sure what they want to do.
Well, North very patient. Maddie Bauer on a good cross-court pass, puts it in. Use it all again. Showing her stuff here in the third quarter.
You could just see the breakdown at half court on that 1-3-1, and then all of a sudden there was an angle open, and Bauer got there.
Oh, almost turned over, and then we get a foul on, I think that's going to go on Free.
Just her first. And the first team foul.
Selk tossing it in, gets it into Schaefer. North on top, 27-20. They've run off 7 straight points. Offensive foul being called on Kara Selk, her 4th. Oh my. The tide is definitely turning here in the second half, Chris. The kids off the bench are going to have to do a good job.
North 4 of 6 shooting here in the third quarter. South only attempted 1 because they've turned it over 6 times.
Free bringing it up against Smith. It looks like it's just a straight man-to-man defense. Paris taking it to the hole. Still can't get a shot in. Oh, good hustle that time by the girls. Van Sluis on the ground to get the ball, and then she's tied up by Free. South will get it out. 27-20, 4:12 remaining in the third.
Allison Wagner up here from Sheboygan South taking pictures.
Oh, ball is tipped away. Free intercepts. Over to Salzbrenner. Good decision by Laura. Free can't get it in, but getting it was Molly Burkhart.
Oh boy. I don't know what's going on.
It's not basketball.
Well, you know, there is a lot of, what are you going to call? I mean, that was just a lot of this and that. And
well, nobody's handling the ball, basically,
correct.
Is what the problem is.
People trying to grab it and banging into each other, trying to grab it.
Schaefer has a chance to break the North run, and she does.
First points of the half. Is that correct?
Yep. For South.
4 minutes and 15 seconds.
And how many turnovers in that time?
That's the problem.
27-22, North on top.
7.
Well,
25 in the game.
Averaging almost 2 turnovers a minute. Salzbrenner, nice little one-on-one spin move, shot up and in. That looks sweet. 29-22, and then we get a whistle. Foul
again.
on Free, her second.
Both teams with 3. 3:24. 29-22.
Schaefer working hard to get the inbounds. Gets it back to Burkhardt, who kicks it up to Wyman. Schaefer couldn't get it in. And South saves it. Rachel Smith. 3-point attempt is good by Trum. They give her 2. It's only a 2, Chris. Trum with a 2-point basket. 29-24. South trying to make a run.
Same situation for South, as bad as they've been. They're only down 5.
Well, good play by Rachel Smith to save it.
You betcha.
Parise looking for her first basket. Can't get it. Use it all. Gathers it in. Kicks it out to Parise, and we're going to get a 3-second call on use it all.
Parise now 0 for 11.
Well, you know what I say.
Keep shooting.
That's right. Trum has it. Burkhardt kicks it over to Smith, who tosses it inside to Wyman for 2.
Got to get her on track. She's 2 of 7. Fouls have kind of hurt her a little bit. She's got to step up.
2:15 remaining in the third. South coming back. They're only down 3, 29-26. Salzbrenner kicks it out to Parise. Taking it down the lane. Her shot is blocked. And then South's Molly Burkhardt was on the line when she tried to toss it back in. Eric Wiesman on camera being assisted by Richard Bartson. And I'm being assisted by Mr. Wright. Of course, maybe Mr. Wright is being assisted by me.
Yep, you've been carrying me for years, Marty.
I'm thinking you're carrying me, man. Maddie Bauer, spin move, but she got too far underneath the basket, and then it was tipped away.
Wow.
Use it all, up and in. Got to be strong with the ball, girls. 31-26, off Schaefer. Good pressure by Bauer. Not a very good pass by Van Sluis. North will get it back. 1:32 remaining in the third. Free got it inside, and then she's fouled by Rachel Smith.
CJ Usadol, just a sophomore.
Yeah, she's been forced tonight.
She is. 6 of 13 shooting. She's 3 of 3 in the quarter. I got her for 5 rebounds as well.
Courtney got it inside and couldn't get it to go, and then she couldn't get the rebound away from Schaefer, but she is applying the double team and bats it out of bounds. She'd like to have that shot back, Chris. Burkhardt coming in, checking out is Wyman for the Lady Red Wings. Van Sluis again with a not very good pass, but South gets bailed out by Lizzie Free's third foul.
Emily Schaefer, number 11, leading scorer for South. Almost 10 points a game. Got that first 3 of the night. She hasn't scored since. She's just 1 of 4 tonight.
South breaking the press that time. Schaefer on a spin move. Got some help from Use It All. Use It All's not going to win any Academy Awards, Chris. That was a pretty lame lay down on the charge.
Well, nominations are only out now, so it's still a little early for winners.
Well, I think she better go check out Jay Johnson's class on acting. Get involved in the play. Under a minute, Free has it. Maddie Bauer on the wing being guarded by Schaefer. Good swing of the ball. And Schaefer, good try is right, Chris. Parisa on the bench. applying ice to that mouse on the side of her head. A pass inside to Bauer is tapped away by Schaefer. She brings it up. Whoa.
30 seconds in the third.
Good call on that one, Chris. Burkhardt has it on the wing. Van Sluis being guarded by Maddie Bauer. Schaefer has it down to 13 seconds and out of bounds. North will have 11.9 seconds remaining to try and get the last shot of the quarter up. Bellinger in the game for the Lady Raiders. Salzbrenner dribbles it out, cranks it up, no good. And we're at the end of 3 quarters of play. North on top, 31-26.
I am a Packer fan.
And we're Packers fans.
Hi, I'm David Collins, Superintendent of the Wisconsin State Patrol. Packers fans are the best fans in football.
We are the ultimate team players.
The ultimate team player, be the ultimate team player. Always have a designated driver.
Always have a
Designated driver.
Live responsibly.
Packer fans.
Don't let fans drive drunk.
Responsibility has its rewards.
Go Packers! Go Packers! Go Packers!
Back at North High School's at Cutie Fieldhouse, South will toss it in to start 4th quarter action. It's 31-26, North on top. They are led by super sophomore tonight, Courtney Use It All with 16 points.
27 turnovers for South so far, Marty. And they're only down by 5.
All right, that was a bad play by Lizzie Free, not calling out the screen for her teammate. Maddie Bauer picks up a cheap foul on a screen. Good play by the Southsiders, not good defense by the Northsiders.
Now South shooting 9 of 25.
Close to an over and back, and Van Sluis retains the ball off her leg, was down to one knee, and then she stood up, and that constitutes a travel, which is another turnover. Following the girls game, about a half an hour after, we'll be covering boys action.
Try to get a couple girls, huh?
Yeah, we're going to try to do some interviews. Lizzie Free's shot is no good. Burkhardt with the strong rebound.
Lizzie struggling too, 1 of 9 from the floor. North now 10 of 46 from the floor.
All right, good defense that time by North. And then picking up the foul on the floor was Wyman, and I've got her for 4 now.
Oh, boy. A turnover and then a foul that I didn't understand that one.
I think she was laying on the floor, too.
She has 9 rebounds tonight.
She's been a force.
Yep.
I'll tell you, the Southsiders, even though they're offense and they have a lot of turnovers, they're playing extremely hard. Maddie Bauer. Turnover, and a foul not called on Bellinger, and then some more wrestling on the floor. And then we do get a foul. This one's going to go on Van Sluis. And I'll tell you, there was a lot of rolling around and not good basketball. By the way, Van Sluis has 4.
Wow. 3 South players with 4 fouls to add to all the trouble.
Gets it inside, a nice pass, and she puts it up and in. She just continues to excel this second half. Whole ball game for that matter.
Yep. She's 4 of 5 shooting here in the second half. 7 of 15 now from the floor. I mean, they only have 11 baskets, and she has 7 of them.
Oh, man. Well, part of that is Paris has definitely had a hard time.
Paris had a tough time.
Hard is probably not the word, since she hasn't been able to make a basket in, 11 attempts?
Yep. Salzbrenner is struggling too. She's just 2 of 8.
Free picks up another foul, and I believe that's going to be her 4th, Chris. Yep.
And she didn't have a foul till about the 4-minute mark of the third quarter.
Yeah, she's gonna come out.
Well, you mentioned earlier that bench players are going to have to step up, and in a 7-point game, you are right on the mark. And here we're struggling to get the ball in.
Schaefer has it, being guarded by Bauer. That's a good matchup with those two girls. Hard to the basket, but the shot is no good by Selk, and we get a whistle. Foul goes on Bellinger. Fourth point for Selk. 33-27. Gets the pair. 33-28. North by 5. And Bauer is wide open, but couldn't get the shot off. Paris still can't get a hoop. And then falling down after getting the rebound was Feld, and North has it back. Clock ticking away. 6:10 remaining in the ball game. North up by 5. Well, they had the back screen, and Debogolski was open, but they didn't pass her the ball. Salzbrenner on a pop-back jumper got it up and in. That was a sweet move, Chris.
She's 3 of 4 in the half shooting. Extend that lead back to 7.
Selk has it on top. Good reverse spin move. Got around the defender, but her shot is no good. She's fouled. She'll be at the line shooting a pair again. Salzbrenner picks up her third foul. Oh, a couple of misses, that hurts. Your team is down, and then you can't make the free throws. On the tie-up situation, North will get it out. You know, South is really in a tough spot too, Chris, because if they do want to press, they open themselves up to more fouling. A good hustle that time by Selk. Her pass is no good, but Wyman got the shot away. Kick up pass. Connor D gets it in. 37-28. Paris on the steal attempt, couldn't get it. And taken away from behind. Burkhart was picked clean by Maddie Bauer. Skip pass over to Bauer. Back cut, Salzbrenner had her shot blocked, and coming away with it for South was Wyman.
It's Wyman's 10th rebound now, Marty, and a walk.
Man. Oh my goodness. Unforced turnovers. I thought they did a really good job, Chris, at getting the ball into the middle of the floor to break the press, and then she just stops and travels.
31 turnovers. If you want to play with the big boys, you need to take care of the ball and handle the press. And we talked early on, do you want to move to the upper echelon? Have you elevated your game Talking about South, that is. I don't know if they have, because they cannot turn the ball over. They cannot not handle a press. I mean, it's just a simple thing like that.
We say this at basketball kiddingly, when somebody commits a turn, we say, get it to a guard. Those are South's guards.
Well, if anyone knows anything about turnovers, I'm an expert. I find the wall a bit.
I'm not going to disagree with you. You're not so bad, Chris.
Well. 37-28.
Salzbrenner has it. We're rolling down to the 4-minute mark. North has their largest lead. It's 37-28. And I was thinking this before, Chris, when North was only up 5. Bauer with a three-pointer. First three-pointer by North, I believe.
Yes, they missed their first 17.
All right, they got a shooting percentage from three-point land.
Yeah, 1 for 18 from 3.
Double team on top. Selk. Oh, nice shot. Got it up and in.
It's just her first basket, Marty.
Really?
Yep.
Now she's got some free throws, you're right. Turnover by North. South will bring it up. They're down. South side is down 40-30.
What's the biggest lead for South? They were up pretty comfortably.
10-4 at one point, 12-10 there. I think about a 6-point lead.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, man. Now, Salzbrenner got the ball, and by then the whistle was going to blow. We knew that. But she didn't even look where she was passing. She just threw it, and she threw it right to a South player. So I believe South's biggest lead was 6.
But they were pretty comfortable in that second quarter.
Paris pushed on the back to the floor. No call. And she's wondering, too, why am I not getting a foul call? She's having a tough night, no doubt about it. Foul goes on North.
Oh, a 14 from the floor for Morgan.
Dugopolsky picked up the foul, Chris, and South with a chance to actually have a run if they can make some free throws here. Burkhardt on the line. Got that one in. 40-31. What I was going to say was when you have only a 5-point lead, but in the context of the game, that's a big lead. It's hard to come back.
Yeah, 9 is a lot.
40-32, Chris.
North got to break this press. They just still struggling. North is from the floor. 13 of 53 and a bad turnover.
Wyman with a little pick there.
There's one.
Another one. That one's going to be up and in by Burkhardt.
Timeout North maybe, and she gets it.
40-36, South. That's one of the things that hurts North too, Chris, is they're not very tall, and South is rangy. You got to give them that.
Well, you talked about, can South set up a press? Obviously, maybe they should have gone to it a little earlier, just down by 4 with 3 minutes.
Well, you had commented earlier in the first half when they started to pull the press off, as they were just picking up too many fouls. And
well, easy baskets too. All of a sudden it's turned.
Yeah, definitely. 40-36. South has run off 8 straight points after being down 10. They were down 40-28. They've run off 8 straight.
And another turnover. And a timeout.
Van Sluis with the steal. Another turnover North. South has 1 timeout remaining, Chris.
It's a 4th turnover in the quarter. 14th in the game for North now. You just call timeout to solve that problem, then you throw it to the the jersey that's got red on it. It could come down to a free throw shooting contest, Marty, and
and
we haven't seen very good shooting.
South is only has 6 fouls in the second half, so North would be shooting the bonus, where North has 9 fouls. Next foul, South has the super bonus.
Foul difference is there, but the big thing for South is 3 of their players on the court have 4 fouls.
North has 2 timeouts remaining. South has 1 timeout remaining. They have the ball. They're down by 4. Selk will toss it in.
Tell you, they make a basket here. The Southside student section's going to erupt.
Burkhardt has it, gets it out of the corner. Good job for South. Schaefer has it on top. Both teams playing a man-to-man defense. Van Sluis gets away with a push.
Long possession for South here.
Wyman inside being guarded by Free.
Paris got knocked again. This is kind of how the game started with a possession like this. Then they got a 3. How about a 2?
Ball rims out. Paris with the rebound. She's pressured. Kick up to Bauer. And North has it on the offensive end.
2 minutes.
2-minute mark coming up right now. And Schaefer got it. South has it. Kara Selk made the steal. And hard pass by Burkhardt is thrown out of bounds. She was expecting Wyman to cut to the basket, and she didn't. The ball went out of bounds. 1:49 remaining, South by 4.
You're down by 4. You got the basketball. No sense to panic.
Clock counting down to 1:35.
Good point, Marty. I was thinking, how long are you going to let them stand out there? You might have to start thinking about making some fouls here, and it can't be number 14, 22, or 23.
Back cut by Free. Her shot, she was underneath the basket and missed it. Paris comes away with the rebound inside to Use It All, who lost it. And then South got it, and they call her last timeout. Schaefer got the ball back and called the timeout.
That was a good timeout, though, Marty.
Well, you got to use them.
Yep, that was one you had to have because you had the ball and you were trapped there. And unfortunately, it is their last one.
1:13 remaining. North on top, 40-36. South has made a furious run here in the quarter. They had 26 to end the quarter. They've scored 10. North has not scored as much here. In the fourth quarter, they have 2 points. Nope, I take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points. Missed that other column down there. For a while there, Chris, I didn't think we were going to finish out the first column.
I think you got those backwards.
I think you're right. Oh, jeez. Thank you very much. All right, back to action. Good defense that time by Salzbrenner, and then Van Sluis travels.
Oh, yeah. Back-to-back turnovers. You could have scored and pulled within 2, and you could have tied, but instead you turned the ball over.
Rachel Smith in the ball game. Coming out as Schaefer. South continues to have 3 players on the floor with 4 fouls. North not in a hurry to shoot. Under a minute. They're up 4. Use It All doing a good job.
Got to start fouling. She can't foul, but
Salzbrenner to the basket, and she scores.
Gonna be tough for South now, Marty.
42-36. Steal by Free. And then she's fouled by Van Sluis, and I believe that's going to be her 5th.
That's correct.
Well, Rachel played a heck of a ball game, Chris. She was really hustling out there.
35 turnovers for South.
Not going to win basketball games that way.
But you're right, they play hard. South plays hard. They just got to handle pressure a little bit better.
That free throw is huge. Makes it a 3-possession game now. Carly Wyman, I believe this is her first action tonight, comes in for Kimberly Wyman. Free has 5 points, looking for number 6. 44-36, North up 8. Burkhart's pass is good. Wyman with a rainbow, got it up and in. That was nice. Use It All to the hoop. Oh, couldn't get it in, but she is fouled. There's 11.3 seconds left. North is only up 5, but free throw here could pretty much sew it up. Use It All now has 19 points with a made free throw here, has a chance to go to 20. She does. 46-39. Shot is no good. It goes out of bounds. North will get it with exactly 2 seconds left. Chris has gone down. He's going to try to get a couple of girls to come up to the press box for an interview. Apparently was touched by a north sider. South will get it in. We'll get it. South shot is no good. Rebound shot is no good, and that's the ball game. Sheboygan North the winner, 46-39. When we come back, Chris will have a couple of kids hopefully to interview, and I'll wrap up the scoring.
Cable access channels ensure you the ability to exercise your First Amendment rights through the medium of television. They create opportunities for mutual communication, education, and artistic expression. Public access makes community participation possible and gives you a voice in your community and your world. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local public access channel.
We're back here with two Lady Raiders, Lizzie and Lauren. Lizzie, how about 2 games in a row? We just skipped the first half.
Absolutely. That's what our plan is. I mean, we always get down and then we always seem to come back. It's just our way of playing, I guess.
Coach Runnis doesn't want to hear that.
No, absolutely not.
It's got to be struggling two games in a row. You go up to De Pere, high expectations up there, and you want things to work out there. Another game tonight, you know, crosstown rival, you want to play good, and then just things don't turn out. You just can't seem to put the ball in the basket. We were saying maybe just switch baskets. It'll work for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, that would probably help better. Maybe we'll try that next time.
Let's talk a little bit. You guys did create 35 turnovers tonight against South. The press really worked, and it's difficult when you guys don't make baskets to set up the press, but once you got in it, the press really worked.
Yeah, I think we just stay mentally tough. I mean, our defense initiates our offense a lot, and we all know that. But I don't know, that's just our way of playing. If we don't play defense, we don't get our offensive shots, and we keep it tough. That's what we practice in our practice, and it seems to be working.
You sound like a senior making intelligent decisions there.
Yeah.
You guys work hard on that press all week and things and all season to make things like that happen?
Absolutely. I mean, we're small. That's our way of getting the ball. Coach knows that. We know that. That's what we got to do.
Let's talk a little bit about your experiences with these North-South games over the last 2 years. What do you think of this place?
I love it. It's the best game to play of the year. I mean, it's always a challenge playing South. It's always physical. But I mean, it's fun with all the crowd and stuff. It's just great. It's my favorite thing to do.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Let's talk a little bit about the fact that you guys are small. All you have to, help on the rebound and box out and create things like that.
Yeah, we're small. We've known that. We've had that the past 3 years. So basically our defense, like Lizzie said, our defense creates our offense, and we just work hard. We just run around and get the ball. Like, we run around with chickens with our heads cut off, but it has a purpose, and I think it works in the end. So.
Right, and you're going to need a team effort for rebounding too. Everybody's got to do their part and things like that to help out there.
Yeah, we basically just, kind of count on CJ, our little big sophomore, and she kind of pushes them out, and then, we all work our butts off, get in position, and work our butts off to get the ball, and then get down the floor and score in transition. So.
Well, I know you guys came up. You guys are pretty excited, obviously, about the win, but my gosh, it's got to be pretty frustrating when none of those 3-point shots are going in. You guys work on it, but you just got to keep throwing them up there.
Yeah, basically, always keep shooting. That's basically been our motto, my motto my whole life, just keep shooting. They'll fall. So basically, just keep shooting.
Well, I'll ask you the same question as Lindsay. Your experiences with these North-South games?
I love it. It's the best atmosphere. I mean, sometimes it's hard to hear what's, point guards, Lizzie's calling the play. You're what? But yeah, it's just the noise level kind of pumps you up, and everyone's here, and you want to put on a show for your town. So, and you want to win. You want to run the town. So, yep, it's exciting.
Another thing I noticed too is you ladies walk through. You're all high-fiving the boys, getting them all pumped up.
Yeah, we gotta own the town. Girls varsity won, boys gotta represent too. So, yeah.
I know. I was waiting for you guys, and those guys are all pumped. They're all excited too, ready to go both sides of town. It is fun for both sides. I know obviously somebody has to win and lose, but it is a thrill to watch you guys, and it looks like you do having fun out there.
Yeah, it always comes down to the wire, boys games, even the girls games, the games have been getting a lot better, so it goes down to the wire, and I think that it's good for the crowd, keep on their toes.
Well, I guess these girls are promoting the next North-South game coming up in January.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much, and we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. When we return, Marty will close up the girls game.
I am a Packer fan.
And we're Packers fans.
Hi, I'm David Collins, Superintendent of the Wisconsin State Patrol. Packers fans are the best fans in football.
We are the ultimate team players.
The ultimate team player, be the ultimate team player. Always have a designated driver.
Always have a
Designated driver.
Live responsibly, Packer fans.
Don't let fans drive drunk.
Responsibility has its rewards.
Go Packers! Go Packers! Go Packers!
Back at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, I'm going to wrap up the girls game. The Northsiders won it by a score of, I've got it right here, by a score of 46-39. North only had 16 points in the first half. They wound up scoring 30 in the second. They had a 15-point third quarter and a 15-point fourth quarter. The big run of the ball game was in the third quarter for North. They started off the second half with an 11-point run. South made it very interesting. They closed the gap, a 10-point gap, down to a 4-point gap. They had an 8-point run in about the middle of the fourth quarter, but North was able to recover and come away with the win. Leading scorers for Sheboygan South, Kara Selk had 7, Rachel Van Sluis, Kimberly Wyman, and Molly Burkhardt each had 6. For North, they were led by CJ Usadal, who probably had her best game of her career. She had 20 points, 13 of those coming in the second half. Lauren Salzbrenner had 11. You saw her in the interview along with Lizzie Free, who had 6. Maddie Bauer had 7. It was a great effort by both teams. Not always real good basketball, but North was able to prevail. Their press really paid dividends, and South was just not able to handle the pressure. These two teams will meet in a couple weeks, and we look forward to covering that game too. And a great job by our crew tonight. For my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.